It is the best tournament in the world. I love it. Trumps all else. WSOP, Bracelet on the way. Let's go. Yeah, there you go.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. I just got so lucky, Phil. No, forget it. I don't want to embarrass the guy.
Who do you think that is?
We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready. Been ready. I waited. My turn. On God. Held steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going if you let me.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're doing the vlog. This gentleman here in the elevator is in day 2 of the 3K with Alex Foxon, and he's nervous, and he should be, because that guy is very, very good.
He's a crusher.
He's very good at poker. We're meeting random people in the elevator. We're on our way. We're starting our day. You watch the vlog, by the way?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time.
What?
Watched it this morning.
Well, now you're in. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to start the day. Didn't sleep great last night. My wife, she doesn't like when I pee on the floor, overnight. She wants me to sit. I'm not a sitter. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sit. I stand. So, when it's dark out and you see no, she has this little light in the toilet for me so I don't pee on the floor. But, I'm here now. I can pee all over the floor all I want. And I had to pee like 83 times last night. I don't know. Didn't sleep great, like I said. Knock on wood, we haven't been sick this World Series. Although yesterday, or like the night before, I felt a little something, but nothing bad. So I was a little more serene and calm, which, like I said, might not be a bad thing. And today we've got day 3 with good situation, good situation. About half the field's going to make the money, but that's not going to happen for quite a while. Probably going to happen today. Day 3, this tournament is like no other. I mean, you don't have tournaments like this where it takes 5 days for 80 people to get to a winner. It is a skill fest. Putting on, yeah, there you go.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. It is pure skill. It is all the games, slow structures, plenty of time. So we're ready for the grind today, even though sleep wasn't ideal. We'll do all the necessary things to make sure we're focused, ready to go. This is a little walkthrough to Paris. I never eat here. I don't know. Is there anything? I don't know. You got pizza. You got this. You got that. You got people. So, and then you got this guy. He's playing against Alex Foxon today. I'm going to tell you some tips, okay? But I'm going to do it off camera. I'm going to give you a couple tips.
He's got 46. I got 265.
Oh, beautiful.
So
You'll mess him up.
we're good right now.
Okay, good. Get him. All right, I'm going to try something a little new. I got those. I told you those pancakes. The waffles, the Bonza chickpea waffles. They're protein chocolate chip waffles. And I'm gonna make a sandwich with peanut butter and jelly and put it in here and put it together. I don't know, this could be a thing. I've never done this before, but I think it could be a thing. All right, so we went with a generous amount of each. Generous amount. Let's see, we'll put this on here. Put that on there. Is that gonna work? Little waffle sandwich. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Breakfast is served, ladies and gentlemen. Breakfast is served. Peanut butter and jelly waffles. Okay, we're off to a good start, up to 1499. This tournament is like no other in the world. I mean, I just looked at the structure. There are plenty of double levels. You know how long the levels are? 100 minutes. That means we play limits for 3 hours and 20 minutes. There's no such thing as a short stack in this thing. This is such a grind, and I'm here for it. I don't even know if we'll get the money tonight, but I don't care. It is the best tournament in the world. I love it. Trumps all else. WSOP, Bracelet on the way. Let's go. All right, while I got a quick break, a few thoughts. I'm doing one of these, nitro cold brew. Got one of these. We're going to power through. Put it in here with some ice. A couple thoughts they said on the table. So my table right now has Jeremy Osmus and Chris Brewer. So what that means is, I feel like I have a good advantage in the limit games on both of them. So in the big bet games, I don't mind playing small ball. I'm going to small ball it up and let them, if they're going to go ham and stuff like that. We're not going to look to tangle in the big bet, by going crazy. So we're just going to play solid small ball style in those games to avoid being in any tough spots. And I know how to do that. I've been doing that for 30 years. So that's not exactly like a stretch, as they may say. Very comfortable, small balling it up. There's a hand from yesterday, too. Let me just tell you about that. No, forget it. I don't want to embarrass the guy. Never mind. Okay, Let's go play. Just about started after break. I wanted to give you a little tip in case you weren't aware, Kane. I want to give you a little tip. So if you want to conceal tells with you covering your eyes, you're going to have to do both because I see this one just fine over here.
Good point.
Huh?
Good.
I know it's like a ploy. You didn't think about that.
Next break, I'm getting another eye
You need
patch.
another one.
Yep.
Yeah, because this ain't going to do it.
That's a good point.
All right, let's do a hand breakdown from the table against this gentleman right here in PLO. Yeah. So I'll do the breakdown, but we had a chat. Okay, so the hand is I raise the 6 to 12, I make it 32 with ace, king, 8, deuce, double, and I have diamonds, king, high diamonds. Mr. Brewer calls from middle position. The flop is 8, 6, deuce, 1 diamond. I bet 25K. He calls. Turn is the jack of diamonds. That's a monster card for me in a lot of ways because now I have the king, high flush draw. I got 8s and deuces, but I'm in trouble if he has a hand like 8, 9, 10 jack or something like jack 8, straight draws, things like that. I check, he bets pot, right? He bets 144, but he's only got about 350 left. The question is, do I put it in or do I small ball it and see if I catch on the river? I small balled it, just called, and the river was a 4. I check, he checks, and he had queen, queen, jack 6. So he turned jacks and 6s right there. But, you can make an argument because on the turn I can hit an ace, king, 8, deuce, or a diamond. You can make an argument for me jamming. The problem is his range, that jack is such a heavy card that most of his range is going to have jack 8 rather than jack 6. There's not as much jack 6 there as there is jack 8. And if he does have jack 8, it likely comes with a straight draw or something like that. So, PLO, saved 350, didn't hit it, but still doing good. Okay, we are at 1.848, and I just made an oopsie that got so freaking lucky. I just got so lucky, Phil. I misread my hand and won anyway. This is such a crazy hand. Max Coleman raises with a 10 up. I call with the 7 of hearts and ace jack of diamonds in the hole. He catches a jack on 4. I catch a jack, so I make jacks. I got the jack of hearts, so the jack of hearts. Then he catches a. Let me tell you the rest of this in the thingy. Let me tell you in the break room. All right, super short on time coming back here, so we got to multitask. Hand breakdown, 7 cards started high. 25, 50K limits, 5K ante. Max Coleman raises with a 10. I have 7 of hearts up. Ace jack of diamonds in the hole. There's another 10 out, which makes it less like he has 10s. Heads up, he catches the jack of spade. I catch the jack of hearts. He check calls. On 5th Street, he makes open 10s. I catch the 5 of diamonds. The 5 of diamonds. He bets, I call. On 6th Street, I catch the 8 of diamonds. So now I have a pair of jacks, and he catches the 3 of diamonds. I got jacks and an ace high flush draw. He bets 6. I say, oh, you know what? Maybe this is a good hand. Jacks with a flush draw. I raise. He calls. The river, I catch the queen of diamonds. So I make the ace high flush. He checks. I bet my ace high flush. He calls me. The ace of diamonds was the ace of hearts. Mark that down as an oopsie. But guess what? That oopsie worked out brilliantly because it was good. All he had was the 10s. Yeah. I swear to God, I looked at it. I saw ace jack of diamonds in the hole. It was the ace of hearts. Crazy. I'm playing a lot of poker. Gotta focus in. I'm trying to eat, nourish, do all the things, and then run my way back. Alright, I'm over at the feature table. Bad seat. But my man, he gave me these freaking bucket hat. He gave me these glasses too. So I can see a little bright and hard and steady just to see what's going on. Mr. Ivey had an extra pair. Look at that. I mean, I look cool, I think. Huh? We look cool. Look at that.
Who do you think they look better off?
Right? Like if there was an anti-ICM guy, it would be you. But as you've gotten older, I mean, has it just been something that you've embraced a little more?
That's pretty interesting because though I'm known for action, I was one of the first guys that did the min bet and did things to actually prolong my tournament life. I was actually tighter than most everybody in terms of putting the money in. So, but as I got older now, these guys have become very tight and they've tried to last longer in these tournaments. So now I'm actually more aggressive than I was back in the day.
So you're making the adjustment because you think they've over-adjusted.
Well, yeah, and that's how the game goes.
Right.
You know, like everybody was tight, and Gus Hansen showed up and started trying to run everybody over, and the game evolves. So,
I mean, you can go way back, and Stu Unger.
Oh,
you know,
God.
one of the 3-time World Series Poker main event champions. I mean, you watch those old clips of him, you know, raising 23 out of 24 hands, and nobody knew what to do with them.
Yeah, people didn't like to be put in uncomfortable spots back
Clark.
then, so they waited for a good hand.
Are we at 18 players?
I'd argue people don't like to be put in uncomfortable spots now either.
Yeah,
right?
nobody does, right?
It's not fun. Negreanu with the jacks, but more importantly, has a 3.
Yeah, we call that hitting his hanger. So Omaha's not as much like No Limit Hold'em. You're going to see guys lead out, right? You don't just check to the razor, or you don't check to the guy in position. If you're more likely to hold that card and you hit it, you need to go ahead and bet, because so often Jeremy would check that back for pot control. So a great bet by Daniel.
And how do you navigate in this spot, like where you have a flush draw, it's not a nut flush draw, and you're facing a bet and on a paired board?
Well, if his hand was Jack 10, 9, 8 with hearts, he would fold. But because he has the 10s, he knows he has 2 outs to a monster. He's going to take one off.
He does have 38% equity. And look at that. You called it. Bink. It's like you knew, and we didn't know, by the way.
Well,
10 of spades.
it is the summer of Osmus.
How do you do it?
It's all starting to make sense now.
Summer of Osmus.
Tom Brady just brought in his own football, looks like.
By the way, as we watch this hand unfold, I do want to put it in perspective. At this table, we have 149.5 million in combined earnings. We have 28 bracelets, and we have 2 Hall of Famers, and possibly a 3rd on the way. That's just at this table.
Yeah, and the other tables probably aren't far behind.
I mean, 150 million in combined earnings. That's just, that's. I mean, if I throw you in the mix, it's 161 million. If I add me, well, still 161 million.
2 million miles to Japan.
Yeah. Coleman not going anywhere.
Oh my gosh, I misread my hand.
Wow, Daniel's in a really weird spot with Coleman's call. This could save
Huh?
Daniel.
Yeah, but this one's different.
Like, it feels like he thought he had a big hand on the flop.
I misread. I thought I was bluffing, but I'm not.
Oh, he didn't know he had the 3.
Shit.
So he let out.
Different type of misread.
Yeah.
You got to balance your misreads.
What, it's 65? Yeah. I thought I was bluffing on the flop, but I wasn't.
That's a lot of info,
I
Daniel.
thought I was bluffing.
Oh, man.
I mean, weird.
Although, could he say that and never know either way? Hearts get there. Doesn't make a difference because Osmus already had a full house.
I mean, Osmus is so happy right now. I mean, Daniel basically told everybody he has a 3. I mean, this is a real bad run out for Daniel as well.
Does the heart save him? Or does he just got to
No, he hit the 9 for the full house. The 3's full of 9s for Daniel.
Gosh,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. Good catch. I was so focused on the heart.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Big one I won wheat.
So right
I mean,
now, Daniel.
Osmus is slightly worried that Coleman is slow playing King's full, but he's certainly happy to gamble here. And the only question is, how big does he want to go?
Fucking tiled after. Just under these lights with him just yelling at me.
Are you surprised Coleman
I was
called the turn?
dying poker. Never
Yeah,
stopped
I was caught off guard big time. But he might have read that Daniel thought he was bluffing the flop. That's pretty interesting.
Osmus, by the way, actually won his first bracelet in France. I called the action. It was in PLO. And at the time, Osmus admitted, he goes, I have no idea how to play this game. He actually just learned how to play it. This was back in 2013
I think you have
when that man won Player of
30
the Year.
kings.
Yeah, this could be-
King of diamonds, king of clubs, and like some 8 deuce junk. King, 8 deuce. I bet the flop. I didn't know I had it. King, 8 deuce, right? Or you turn a king into a bluff. Boy, that would be, even for you, Jeremy. Even for Jeremy, that would be something. To turn like just a king and be like, boy, block there. I got nobody can have the kings full. Blah blah blah. Right? Jeremy's an animal though. 300. weird. If I hit the other card, I guess I would have paid. King of clubs, king of diamonds, 8 deuce. Maybe you had a suit. 1 suit. 1 suit. All I got.
Wow.
Nice hand, sir.
What a laydown.
That's one of the better
I didn't
folds
know I
I've
had
seen
a
all
a
summer.
3 when I bet. Thought I was just betting jacks, but I had a 3.
Plus side is everyone knew you had a 3 once you said you raised your hand, and now
I gave it away.
you basically flipped one of your
made a
cards
full
up and
house,
then
too.
decided to play them.
I made a full house and everything.
You really should have just showed the 3 at that point. I think
Full
you're
house,
moving,
too.
Phil.
You have a 3, Max?
Yeah.
You didn't?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you had a 3. I had a 3, and then this goofy guy over here, he's got king, 8 deuce.
I thought you had nothing on the flop when you bet.
I did too. I bet jacks with a 3 in my hand. Jack, 9, 3.
I could beat Jack.
I bet jacks to take it.
Maybe Jeremy just had the king, queen.
That's what I said. You just turn the king into a bluff. He's an animal. He might do that.
Yep.
I was worried I would lose to a bluff. I lose. I
You could
can't
lose
beat
to a bluff?
king 10. So.
Yeah. All right, lost a stud 8 pot there right before the break. Are we taking our mics off? Got 1.65 with 3 out of the money. Had a beautiful hand against Jeremy Osmus with ace deuce 4. Made deuces and then aces. Aces up, and then he made the world on the end. Flush. You had dog shit. That's obvious. What else are you gonna have? What else are you gonna have? You know, as usual. That's per usual. 1.65. So right around average. 17 left. 3 out of the money. We're gonna go to dinner, and then keep on trucking. 3 more levels after that. But so far so good. You know, everything's. That little last part right now is a little annoying, but you know, can't win them all. Oh man, I had to bet the river with aces up just in case he calls with a pair. There's like no checking from that. It's brutal. Okay, on to the next.
By the way, this is no limit deuce to 7, low ball draw, single draw game.
Oh, I thought it was triple draw. Okay, we're on no limit deuce. So this is I think the most pure form of poker.
I've heard people say that.
Normally it'll be heads up, and there'll be a draw, and a guy will bet, and it's as simple as, is he bluffing or does he have it?
Well, you just get so little information. You get the 5 cards you have. Maybe you throw 1 away, so you get to see 6 cards out of 52. That's it. That's all you know.
Yeah, it is just pure. You don't have to be a math wizard to be great at this game. You've got to have a lot of guts and be a great people reader.
Yeah, Nick Schulman, who has won this event before, won his 5th bracelet this summer, talks about this game, and he says this is the kind of game where you just got to look in your opponent's eyes and just go, do you have it or not?
Yeah, and that's
kind of cool.
It's probably the most intense tournament when you do play the 10K deuce. I think if you make a deep run in that, you will be tired. So Daniel opens. He would draw 2 to that if he's called. Hal thinking about a possible re-raise here, or he can call and draw to the 9.
I was going to say, he's got the made jack, so he'd actually be a very strong favorite over Negreanu's 2-card draw.
Yeah, just 5 players at the table. So when there's 5 players, you're more likely to re-raise this than stand pat.
He's going to call.
He's going to draw to the 9, I think.
Yeah. He is.
I mean, he could just keep it small and stay pat, you know. So there's 2 ways to play that.
Well, I mean, if he knew Negreanu was drawing 2, he would have stood pat.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Negreanu makes a king, but Hal has paired his 8.
8s or 9s. When people pair those are the most likely hands. Those are the bluff candidates for this game. So,
why is that?
Because your opponent wants to make an 8 or 9. So because you have 2 of the 8s, less likely to have it. Great bluff candidate. Will he pull the trigger?
115,000 in. This is a no limit, so
very nice. Go for it, big dog.
He's going to go 55. It looks like.
I like that. He made a nice milky size. But remember, Daniel drew 2, so Hal is way more likely to bluff than if he had drawn 1.
What would be the worst hand that I'm putting you in the spot? You think what would be the worst hand Hal would bet here for value? Would he bet a jack? or no?
Yeah, you can bet a jack when people draw 2, because they're more likely to call you with a king.
Daniel's thinking about it.
He got a pretty nice price. Hal did. A lot of people will go big in this spot if they're bluffing. Hal made it look like he's really value betting. I prefer what Hal did. Daniel might be trying to turn this into a bluff. No. Everything's going through his mind right now.
Yeah.
He could turn it into a bluff. He can go big. With Hal's amount, it doesn't feel like he made a big hand.
Looks like he's dismissed the raising, and he's going to make the call, and he's right. Nice call there from Kid Poker.
Eights.
That's pretty sweet. That's
Great call there. So Daniel, we have seen already fold a full house in PLO and make a great call here with a king 7.
And he also told the world he had a 3.
No, one.
Yeah.
Two.
So he's ran the gauntlet. That's a great call. He's going to sit up a little in his chair, and he's going to feel better. I mean, that nothing feels better than picking off a bluff in this game.
All right, we're officially on the bubble. 15 left. 3 tables of 5 kind of works out really well in terms of fairness. I do predict this could be a very long bubble. He's like, I hope so. He's the shorty right now, but he's got 300K, plenty to work with. Next shortest, I think, has about 700. We're sitting on 1.3. We lost a couple pots, a couple annoying ones, actually. 2 queens against Chris, and then I had this other hand against Jeremy, who drew 2. I was trying to deuce 3, 6, 7 3 times, whatever, twice, and he drew 2 on the end. And I made a queen, so against a 2-card draw, I'm value betting that queen 7. Just, you know, he's not likely to beat that, you know. Then he raised me, so I feel like his hand, and I said this on the stream, was like some sort of, the reason for him to call was probably because he had a lot of pairs. So like, I don't have any 4s and 5s. It's reasonable to think that he had those, and if he did, you know, what bluff is it? Is he just bluffing a pair of 5s? Maybe. Hand for hand. All right, we got 1.15, okay? 1.155. 1.155. It's fine, you know. A little bit of a struggle, but we're grinding. The short stack has been all in several times and hung on, but he's very short again. And we're going up to 40 and 80K limits. So, I mean, in the PLO, I'm going to play a little cautious, but we just got through that. So right now, it's just limit hold'em and then single draw, which isn't a game that's a big risk either. So yeah, I mean, you know, in these spots, you're supposed to play a little tighter when you're in the middle of the stacks with 3 or 4 guys go broke first and then open up a little bit. And we will, but not to the extreme. And we'll be just fine. 1.155. Yeah. Feel good. That's what matters. All right, so the bubble has burst. And as you can tell, I've had to switch glasses because, see, he gave me those are his nighttime glasses. So now I have to wear his daytime glasses. He wears his nighttime glasses. But we're good to go. I can still see. These are actually better for the table. I can see better.
Yeah, better,
Yeah. That's it. I'm a glasses guy now. You know what I mean? These ones don't even feel like shades at all. You know?
You misread your hand real quick. So this one's on too, right away.
Yeah, I did.
Right when you put those on, you misread your hand. You kept them on. I would have taken them off. Right
And
away.
dog shit hit it. Yeah, and dog shit hit a 10 on me. I folded a full house. Dog shit hit a 10 on the turn.
I told him.
That's gonna be your name. I'm just gonna call you dog shit.
Shit.
Just
Yeah.
Jeremy dog shit Osmus.
I like.
He always
it's
got
good.
shit. Always.
Chino called me Mr. Reckless.
Mr. Reckless.
That's his nickname.
I called the
for like
guy.
10 years.
I called the guy in the Rasmus stud. I call him optimistic.
That's the guy who
He
won.
won.
The Raz, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
optimistic. All right, we're gonna have some fun. 2 tables here. My man Phil Ivey's got 3.3 million. How good are you? Jeez. All right. You got 3 million? 2.2. Attaboy. Okay, looks like we're going on the last break of the night. 1.3. Yeah, you want my mic? This is the mic man right here.
Not at all.
You're the mic man. What's that? You're offended by that term?
No, I'm not offended by anything.
The mic person?
Mike,
Or like,
Mike,
how
whatever.
about an individual who does mics?
Sure.
Is that better?
Too.
Yeah?
Whatever.
Okay, got it.
I don't care, Daniel. Whatever you want to say.
Okay, so what do I say? 1.34? Oh, I got you my phone. 1.34. We're not even going to go back to the room. We got 1 level left. Just going to hang out for a bit. Very calm, very relaxed. Long way to go in this thing. You know, I'm not even worried about average stacks or anything like that. Just playing our game, doing our thing, you know? Doing how we do. One more level. Nothing really crazy happened that level. Just, you know, Ivey's 3 messing with me in stud all the time, although he had it. So I don't know about that first one though. Stud 8, I'm gonna have to look that one up. So yeah, all right. You know, hanging with Ivey, just like all of a sudden I was like, rubs off. You know what I mean? You see what I had? It's like, it's crazy.
All right, pot developing Daniel and Phil. We're going to see this a lot. They both want to play the limit games.
I have bad news for the Norman Chad fans out there. Event 561, the $2,500 mixed Omaha 8 or better stud 8 or better tournament. Is about 35 players left. They are in the money. Norman Chad did cash, but has been eliminated.
Oh, sorry, Norm. Good run. Daniel is in, you know, he's got aces and a low draw. Ivey has this incredibly well-disguised flush draw. Plus he has a
Two
straight
pair.
draw. Yeah, and now he's made 2 pair. Will Daniel improve? Probably not if he checked. He definitely doesn't have a low.
2 pair.
Wow, sharp check by Daniel. Very sharp check with the 2 pair. He knew Phil had at least a straight draw,
Miss.
quite possibly a flush draw. He
that?
doesn't want to get
He
raised.
squeezes, you couldn't miss.
I think I would have made a
I
mistake.
didn't even look. I checked dark.
Oh, he checked dark. I think
Well, to your point, I mean, I think he probably knew Ivey was on some sort of a draw that he didn't know about.
he knew he wasn't going to bet it. And great check back by Phil, checking the 2 pair there. Knowing that Daniel couldn't bet 2 pair into his board. That's just experience. I think I would have played both hands incorrectly. I think I would have value bet Daniel's aces and 5s.
I'm
And
value
when he
betting
checked,
Ivey's.
I would have bet Ivey's. And
Because you're thinking, okay, maybe Daniel made 2 small pair. Maybe he's got aces. I can get value here.
yeah, and I'm not getting raised, so I would have put in the value bet.
Dog tired. Dog tired. What time is it? 2:06 a.m. We still here, going on to day 4. What a grind. This is the greatest tournament in the world. This one, so much fun. We got 1.1 million and 5,000. We playing 6120 tomorrow. As far as like no limit holding, I got wrecked in big bet. I never had anything. Like just, you know, just getting check call, check folds or nothing. Just had nothing. But tomorrow's a new day. Come back fresh, ready. Obviously sleeping here. And we'll see you all tomorrow.